Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Tim Pavlik. This is my brother, Dr. Mike. We run a endurance and barbell athlete and running specific clinic here in the Merrimack Valley of Akron, Ohio. We wanted to come to you guys today in a partnership with Second Soul Canton to give you a little bit of information on what you can do to get yourself in the right shoe. Races are canceled, but running is still going on. The key is being in the right shoe that is specific to your body, not choosing something based on color or model or anything like that. So we're going to give you some self-help techniques. Looking at cushion, looking at drop, looking at stability versus neutral, allowing you to give yourself a little bit of knowledge that you can call Second Soul, get in for a fitting with them, and get in the right shoe to prevent injuries. Also, in this time when social distancing is going on, if you're still in need of advice, our clinic is offering telehealth. We will flash up a discount code that you guys can use to speak directly to us, your local doctors of physical therapy who specialize in running related injuries. So let's go over those tests together.
So the first topic we'll discuss is cushion, and of the three, this is the one that has the least amount of research behind. Is a lot of cushion a good thing, or is a little cushion a good thing? What we will do is show you a test that will kind of help decide whether you should be a high cushion shoe or you should be a low cushion shoe. One other thing you can use to help delineate whether high or low cushion is a good choice for you is where your pain shows up. If you're someone with pain in their hips or pain in their knees, typically low cushion is going to be a better option for you because it's going to let you feel the ground. If you are someone with pain in their ankle or their foot or their heel, then higher cushion is probably a better option because it's going to absorb some of the force that you would feel when you make contact with the ground. It's a vertical jump test. You're going to jump as high as you can, and what you're listening for is when you hit the ground what the sound sounds like. If it's loud, then you're probably more appropriate for a low cushion because we want you knowing what you're feeling when you hit the ground. If it's quiet, then a higher cushion is a good option for you. So all you're going to do, jumping up as high as you can, listen to what it sounds like when you hit the ground. Up, down. Quiet sound, definitely good for a high cushion shoe. Loud sound, then we want that input going into the body, in which a low cushion is more appropriate.
There are many different factors that go into choosing the drop of your shoe, and we'll put them into two categories, being a low drop, being like a 0 to 4 millimeter, or a higher end drop, being like an 8 to 12 millimeter. One is how the tissue can handle the loading pattern. So if you are someone who you have can handle high loading and a higher cadence into the calves, and you can be in like a lower drop shoe because it means you tolerate that pretty well. If you're someone who does not handle that loading as well and you have ankle or calf pain, then you want to be in a higher drop shoe. So if you have hip pain and you're a hip dominant athlete, a low drop shoe may make sense for you. If you have a lot of calf and ankle pain, then and you are having trouble with that loading, then being in a higher drop shoe would make more sense for you in that case. So normally there are a couple tests we would do to decide a high or low drop shoe. We would look at excursion and tissue length of the muscle. We'd also look at tissue tolerance and how you can handle loading. We'll just give you one easy one where you should be able to go into single leg stance and do 20 to 25 calf raises nice and slow. None of this where you're bending the knee. It should be knee straight calf raises. And if you can do 20 to 25, then we know you probably have the strength and the stability at that calf, at those ankle musculature that would support probably the ability to run in a lower drop shoe. If you're unable to do those, you might want to have that higher drop shoe to kind of protect that joint.
So the third and last topic we'll discuss is the need for a stability shoe versus a neutral shoe. There's really two ways it'll cue you into one being appropriate for you. The first is symptomatically. If you're someone who has inside of the shin pain, that's our first cue that says, hey, you might be appropriate for a stability shoe. The other thing we can do is actually a functional test, which we'll show you right here. Is a single leg squat test, a 3-time single leg squat. What you're looking for here, a positive test, would be if you see the arch collapse or if you see the knee drop in. Both of those are going to be positive signs saying, hey, you might be appropriate for a stability shoe or for a orthotic. Both things that Second Soul will be able to hook you up with if that's what the need is for your running shoe. What you're going to do is with something behind you, you're going to come out on one leg, and as quickly as you can, you're going to drop into 3 single leg squats, watching both the knee and the arch of your foot. So from this position, it'll be 1, 2, 3. If the knee drops in, if the arch collapses, that's a positive test telling us that a stability shoe or an orthotic is probably a good option for you as well. All right, guys, thanks so much for checking in as we get to help out with those athletes in Northeast Ohio continuing to push performance and recover well. Another benefit that Second Soul Canton's offering is they are doing individual shoe fittings from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Again, if you are suffering from pain or need help progressing your exercises, we are offering the telehealth. I will flash the code down below as well. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.